Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are going to talk about two fantastic cameras. दो ऐसे कैमरास जो एक व्लॉगर, एक यूट्यूबर, एक न्यूली इंट्रोड्यूस्ड फोटोग्राफर के लिए अमेजिंग हैं. And those cameras are these: the Fuji X-T200 and the Fuji X-A7. Such beautiful looking cameras, aren't they? So let's see, what are they all about and what's so special about them? Okay, so I'm not going to get too technical in this review because this review and these cameras especially are made for people who are just getting into photography or videography or making a YouTube channel or vlogging or taking these cameras on holiday, or basically a camera that even a professional will use for capturing moments that you might miss otherwise, but having this nice portable little camera will do the trick. So first and foremost, let's just talk about how beautiful and how gorgeous looking are these cameras. I mean, just look at it. ये मतलब पुराने ज़माने की feel आ जाती है इनको हाथ में लेते ही, as if these are those retro classic cameras which you just held in your hand and just click them. And they come in these various colors. This XA7 comes in about 5 colors, including a mint green, a brown, a black, a navy blue, and the X-T200 comes in about 3 colors, which is silver, black, gold. So it has a variety of colors, good looking cameras, and they have this great flip out LCD touchscreen, which is there in both these cameras. It is like a 16:9 dimension, such a big LCD screen, which is rare these days. It is just amazing to have a great screen like this to just shoot, or even if you don't have a viewfinder, because that is only one major difference between these two cameras. That is, this A7 doesn't have a viewfinder, like a manual viewfinder. It just has this LCD screen, but the other one, X-T200, has a viewfinder. That's one of the big differences between the two cameras. There are other small differences which I'll talk about. Now, the image quality. Both these cameras have a 24 megapixel image sensor, APS-C sensor, but the image out of both these cameras is mind-blowing. I mean, I just had a couple of days with these cameras and I was shooting away. You can see some sample pictures over here. Though of course I'm a little housebound because of the lockdown, but still, these images and the colors that come out of these cameras are like as good as it can be. I mean, for a novice or a beginner who doesn't have any experience of photography or who doesn't want to edit a picture after it's been clicked, then these are the cameras for you. Unless you would really want to do something creative, but if you just want to take this around, do some street photography, click some pictures on a holiday or wherever with your friends, these pictures can be just clicked and put up on your social media or wherever you want to put them up. You don't need editing because the colors, the skin tones are just fabulous with these cameras. Next point, both these cameras have great face and eye autofocus, even in pictures and in videos. So when you're vlogging or you are shooting somebody or taking a video, the focus just locks on a face or a human eye, and you don't need to hunt or you don't need to kind of manually figure out where a face is, because these are smart little cameras. Other than the autofocus and eye autofocus, these cameras can shoot up to 4K 30 frames a second and 1080 up to 60 frames a second. Great video quality without any crop at all, and which is a big deal in these APS-C cameras, because a lot of other APS-C cameras tend to crop in a little when you shoot on 4K, but with these, nope. Also, both these cameras are very user-friendly, as in if you've never owned a camera, you've just been shooting with your phone, and if you want to upgrade a little, this could be your first camera, or this one, I mean any of these two, because they are very user-friendly. They have lots of modes which are specifically designed for beginners. Some easy modes, some color-corrected modes, some modes in which you can just have some fun. You can give a certain tone to your images, and the results will be astounding, trust me on that. And for beginners, they also have this easy mode called depth control, in which you can select this lever and you can decide how blurry a background you want. As you can see, my hand is over here right now, and if I put the depth control on the maximum mode, the backdrop will be more blur, and when I pull it lower, the background will be sharper and the image will go a little darker, because it basically is controlling the aperture. So these are some easy modes for beginners and quite cool. And both of these cameras can be charged using the USB-C port over here, and you can shoot also while you are charging your cameras. So it's like so cool if you want to shoot long videos and you're running out of battery. Another amazing feature. So in this time of work from home, and a lot of people are doing these Zoom calls, video calls, these cameras can be used as webcams. Can you believe it? I mean, when you're chatting with your friends, family, or your colleagues through a Zoom call or some video conferencing app, you can use these cameras as your webcam, and your video clarity will be the best out of everyone else. So, this is an amazing feature which these two cameras have, and which I think you must utilize if you have this. So I did some small vlogging test with both these cameras, so let's have a look at that. Okay, so right now I'm vlogging with the X-T200 camera. Yeah. Lens is of course the kit lens, which is the 15-45. If I zoom in a little, I can zoom in. This is the widest it can go at 1 arm's distance, and I'm walking pretty normally. You can see the image stabilization is decent over here, and this is the in-camera mic, of course, so I hope the audio is loud and clear. And in my hand I have this other camera, which is the XA7. Now we'll switch and see what's the difference. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I'm shooting with the XA7 camera with the flip out screen, and this also the auto eye focus and the auto face focus is on. The audio being recorded from the camera itself, no external mic. The weather conditions are a little different over here. It's a little cloudy, so the lighting conditions might be a little different from when I was shooting with this camera. So don't go on the exposure, but go on the quality and the audio and the stabilization. This camera doesn't have a gimbal mode, the in-body gimbal mode, which makes the footage a little more smooth, whereas this, the X-T200 has. Alright, so like you saw, both these cameras are great companions for anybody who just wants to take videos on the go and vlog. Now let's talk about the difference that both these cameras have. There is a little difference, not too much. The image quality is more or less the same, the video quality is more or less the same. Few little differences, like for example over here, this has a viewfinder over here, the electronic viewfinder, but physical viewfinder basically. But this camera, the XA7, sorry, doesn't have a viewfinder. But that's hardly a difference, because mostly even when I shoot or click pictures, I'm usually looking at the LCD screen myself. I hardly use the viewfinder, even though the viewfinder, this is fantastic. You can also click the images or shoot videos and then have a look at what you've shot if it's too sunny outside, so it's a great help when it's outdoors especially. Now the sound quality, as I noticed when I was vlogging with both these cameras, the sound quality with the inbuilt mic was better with the X-T200, whereas with the XA7 was okay, it was not so great. But anyways, for audio or for vlogging, or whenever you need to take a video which needs an audio, I would recommend you buy another external mic which you can put over here on top of your cameras, and the audio will be fantastic. Another small difference between these two cameras is that this X-T200 has an inbuilt digital gimbal mode, in which your footage will be more stable when you're walking or you're running or slightly walking faster, whereas this doesn't have an inbuilt digital gimbal. But that's also a very minor difference. These more or less are very good. This is slightly superior with its build quality, with its viewfinder, with its audio, with its few more small features here and there. So this is 10,000 rupees more expensive than this. And right now there's an offer going on by Fuji, so this camera, that is the XA7, you can buy for 39,999, which is almost 40,000, and this camera, that is the X-T200, you can buy for 49,999, which is about 50,000, and which according to me is a great bargain and a great price for such amazing cameras, great looking cameras. But not only great looking, they give great results as well. One little advice or tip I would like to give: if you plan to use these cameras as a vlogging setup in your hand, please use one of these, like a Joby Gorilla Pod or any of these small little tripods, to put it under your camera and hold them, so that you get a better grip, and the footage is also more stable when you use one of these rather than holding it in your hand and walking like I was doing. So these will make your footage look a little more smoother, a little more steadier, and you'll have a better grip when you walk with it. So ladies and gentlemen, that was it. That was my review of these amazing, cute little beautiful cameras. I want to eat them up but I can't. And I think these are easily one of the best options for vloggers or for newer photographers who just want to buy their first camera. I think this should be it. So anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this review. And so until next time, keep shooting.